Hello everyone, welcome to my final book talk video of the year. I am doing today a reading wrap-up of the year because I thought it would be interesting, and I will be telling you which were my favorite books of this year. So, to start, I might edit this to put the book pictures up, that way you know what I'm talking about, but I don't know. Anyway, so this year my goal was to read 25 books for 2025, but I only ended up reading, well, technically the year's not over yet, so I might finish this before the year ends, because I am currently reading a book, but I have only read 15 as of shooting this, and I'm currently just starting another one, so yeah. This year I've only read 15, which I think puts me less than last year, because I believe I read like 18 last year. Let me see. I have it written down. Oh, I read 17 last year, so yeah, puts me just a tiny bit less than last year, which is fine. So, we're gonna go through what I read, and I will tell you which ones are my favorite. So, I don't have any of these with me, so I'm gonna show them like this. Well, I don't think you can see that. I might just put them up on the screen. Anyway, the first one I read was Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. I wouldn't say that was my favorite, and looking at it now, I probably would have given it a 4.5 instead of like a 5 out of 5. But I was kind of rushing it though, because I had gotten Onyx Storm not even a couple days after I started reading it, so I was trying to rush that. So maybe if I wasn't trying to rush reading Chamber of Secrets, I might have liked it a bit better. I do remember saying that Ron was a bit more bearable in this one than the first one, and I do remember liking it quite a bit, but I like Harry Potter, so that's a given. Anyway, next one, lo and behold, Onyx Storm. No surprise here, 5 out of 5, but thinking about it now, it's making me question whether Riddick is going to stay alive in the next one or not, and that's scary to me. So let's see how that goes, because I'm scared. But yeah, I'm scared of how the next one is going to go. That ending was really crazy. I can tell you that this is one of my top books of this year. I don't really have like a top 10, because I don't think I read enough to have a top 10, but if this is like maybe second place, and there's one book that is the reason why I have it first, that, you know, why it's in second. Anyway, this was a 5 out of 5. Sorry about the light. Alright, the next one I read was Hexed by Emily McIntyre, which is the last book in the Never After series. I got that one as soon as I could because I really like that series, and I heard what the author went through. Anyway, sorry about the pause. So, like I said, I knew what the author was going through when she was writing this book, so obviously I was going to read it. Plus, I love The Little Mermaid, and that's my favorite, and I believe this is a Little Mermaid retelling where the villain gets the guy. Sorry about the light again. I have a light right behind me, and I keep forgetting to not move my head that way. So anyway, yeah, Hexed by Emily McIntyre. Yeah, I think I gave this a 5 out of 5 stars, and I still think that rings true. The next one, my favorite, or not my favorite, but, well, it was pretty good. but the one I've been talking about most this past year, People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. As everyone probably knows if they see my last few videos, or not last few videos, but when I first started talking about this, I truly only picked it up because I heard Tom Blythe was playing Alex Nelson in the movie rendition of this. And oh yeah, that's coming out January 9th, which I'm so excited for. I might have a video come out pertaining People We Meet on Vacation, but I'm not sure yet. That will have to wait. So we'll have to wait and see about that. But yeah, that was a 4 out of 5 stars for me. Mainly because probably now if I reread it, I would probably give it a higher score. But the reason is because I read it right after Hexed, and Hexed was very deep and kind of dark with the trauma that, you know, the main character had, and it like showed. So yeah, that's kind of why I didn't vibe with it as much as I had hoped. But yeah. The next one was one that I was honestly surprised at how much I liked it, but it wasn't something I completely liked. If that makes sense. Like, it wasn't a 5-star for me, and I give a 5-star to everything. So, and that was Skin of a Sinner by Avina St. Graves. I think at the time I gave it a 5 out of 5, but now I had changed it to 3 out of 5. Not because it's bad, because it's really not. I actually quite liked it, but again, it's not something I liked, if that makes sense. I was deeply saddened by how much I didn't like it, that's what I mean, because I saw so many good things about it. Anyway, the next one was a random book I picked up at the library called Sword Heart by T. Kingfisher. Excuse me, I just had food. And I liked that one. I think I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. It is about this girl who inherits something from her uncle after he dies, and she finds a sword that comes to life, or like she, you know, unsheathes it and a man will come out, which honestly I'm kind of hoping is what's gonna be the plot for Genu when K-Pop Demon Hunters 2 comes out, if they do that. So, but anyway, I digress. The book for me was a 4 out of 5. I had to kind of rush to finish the last chapter, and I hope, because I heard there's supposed to be a second book to this, I hope it's based on these two, because I want to see how that ends up working out. Anyway, the next one was one of my most, other than Onyx Storm, was one of my most anticipated reads of this year, and that is Fearless by Lauren Roberts. That was a 5 out of 5 stars, obviously. I read that in the max of 2 days because I was so excited for it. And yeah, that's all I can say about that one. Just yeah, I can tell you that's probably number 3 on my top favorites. The next one, Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I read that because, again, I was in Tom Blythe's kick, and I still kind of am, but you know. So, yeah, I read Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes because I wanted to read the other ones. That and also Sunrise on the Reaping was coming out, which no offense to Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, while I liked it, I got traumatized so much by that one that I was like, I'm not reading the other ones. I'm done. Sorry, Hunger Games. Maybe in a few years I'll be ready. Anyway, the next one, which is crazy to say because this is like one of the biggest book talk books there is, A Court of Thorns and Roses. That is my the ninth book I read. And while I really liked it, I did not think that Tamlin and Feyre had enough chemistry for people to be like, oh yeah, I liked Tamlin when I first read that book. But maybe it's because I had a preconceived bias toward Rhysand because I knew some stuff about the books already, so I don't know. But anyway, I gave that one a 5 out of 5 because I liked it. Okay, maybe this one's number 3, or at least tied with Fearless. And this is The Bridge Kingdom by Danielle L. Jensen. I'm telling you right now that I have the 3rd book in that series on hold because I am so excited to read what's next. I just finished Lara's and Aaron's story, and now I'm heading on to, I believe, Zara and Lara's brother, because I don't remember what his name is. But yes, this is my favorite series this far that, I started, other than ACOTAR. Anyway, this is also on my top. This next one, number 11, is A Court of Mist and Fury. I prefer this one over the first one, I can tell you that right now. I need to start the 3rd one. Anyway, I gave this one a 5 out of 5, just like most. Anyway. The next one was surprisingly was it? Yeah, this is the only Greek mythology retelling I read this year, and that was Dark Restraint by Katie Robert. Yeah. It was pretty good. It was an Ariadne and the Minotaur retelling, and yeah, I liked how it ended. And then, again, one of my most anticipated reads. I had to get my hands on this, and it's such a thick book. Alchemized by Senlin Yu. If you don't know, that book is based off of a Hermione fan fiction called Manacled, and it is absolutely, I remember reading that when I was 14. I'm going to have a vlog about it at some point, I promise. I just need to get one more book to complete that vlog, because I want to talk about it so bad, but I want to get the other 2 first, because I want it to be like I'm gonna make a Hermione book vlog about it, so yeah. But yeah, that was 1,000 pages, by the way, and I gave it a 5 out of 5. The next one, Traitor Queen by Danielle L. Jensen. Again, I loved it. Last 2, because I technically want to talk about this together. The last one I read, which I technically just finished today, Spark of the Everflame by Penn Cole. I think it's pretty good. I'm not in a hurry to read the second one. I want to know what's going on, because I was so confused at the end of it, but I'm not in a hurry. So yeah. And then what I'm reading right now, which might be the 16th book if I finish it before the year ends, and that is Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. So yeah, that's my reading wrapped for you guys. I'm gonna say my top. So my top ones were Court, Mist and Fury, Alchemized, Onyx Storm, Fearless, and The Bridge Kingdom. That's top 5. Did I say Alchemized? I think I said Alchemized. Onyx Storm too. I don't know. Anyway, thank you for listening to me say what books I'm going to be reading and what I didn't end up reading all this year. It's so fun getting that I finally started this. I wasn't sure how I should or if I should, but it's been great doing this, and thank you to my bestie who keeps commenting on my videos. I'm hoping to continue to do this next year. So, anyway, bye and have a happy new year.